876 292 677666. You want a horse? Link Claudia Davis, man. You want a piece of land? She are the real big woman, Miss Davis, she are the real big woman. With she, you coulda never go wrong with she. You can own horse and a van through she. You can own acre land. Miss D are the real big woman. With she, you coulda never go wrong with she. You can own horse and a van through she. You can own acre land. She tell me pre-smart, pre-better. Get your own damn place so you prefer every day. Me wife of sign up letter car. NHT them a real trend setter. Plus me don't get a youth of a member. Me son just on table in December. And she do construction too. She will be the host for you and you get it well rendered. Davis, she are the real big woman. With she you coulda never go wrong with she. You can own house and a van through she. You can own acre land. Miss D are the real big woman. With she you coulda never go wrong with she. You can own house and a van through she. You can own acre land. She now start it and left you there. Me I tell your brother, yes, she well prepared. And if you're meeting and no farmer panga wrong, she give you lawyer, brother, clear your fear. She are the best RST agent. She help the need if you stop pay rent. They don't care about mind them, just give me strength by steel and gravel and black and cement out. Now me house that I build up on the eye. Me I save some me money gone up in the sky from. Me meet Claudia, me say me nah lie bank. Have money and me pocket never giant. Me swear for me life, say me son him have to fly so. Hypocrite pagan while we die. And no can't stop Claudia Davis, don't try. Every day another house gone. I Miss Davis, she are the real big woman. With she you coulda never go wrong with she. You can own house and a van through she. You can own acre land. Miss D are the real big woman. With she you coulda never go wrong with she. You can own house and a van through she. You can own acre land. Yeah man, you know. Miss Claudia Davis, big up yourself. And say like, subscribe, and share. Claudia Davis, can get your house anywhere. Just be prepared without no fear.
Welcome everyone.
Welcome. Happy Sunday, everyone.
Blessed Sunday.
Future says first.
Who is first?
Future. Yeah.
Oh, Future. I'm seeing Shoshana. Mm-hmm. Hi, Shoshana. I'm seeing Chris B. Hewitt. I'm not seeing Future. Hi, Ruby. Good afternoon. You missed the meeting? Which meeting? You mean the Riverside meeting, Ruby? That was at 12 o'clock? That one you're talking about? Hi, Rude Boy. Rude Boy says he loved the song. And I see Naku Jam. Hi, Naku. Oh, here comes us dead on Kofat. Horse dead on Kofat. So, like, that could be a horse's name, you know. Like, she's a manita. Guys, you must Google that horse. I said, I love that horse, really. They retired her for good reason, but that was a champion horse, man. Oh, now I'm seeing Future. So, which means I missed somebody else before that? I missed some.
Future was first. Future typed again.
Okay. Okay, hi Ruby. You missed that meeting. There's gonna be a record. The recording is there. Should go in the chat. I figure Shauna is tidying that up, or Tony's you tidying it up. I don't know. Cut out the fluff at the front and the end, and then we'll post it. Although I think we went right to the end with that meeting, so it's really probably the front. Oh, Ruby, church and turn off your phone. Oh boy. These days, Ruby, I don't even think persons turn off the phone. When the phone is off, it's by a mistake. I don't know it. And it died on you, but the recording is there, Ruby, so you can hear it. Aaliyah. Hi, Aaliyah. Thank you for joining us. I see Dion too. Hi, Dion. I know you went to church and come back already. And I know you're praying to get your real estate moving and going. Hi, Farah, Safara, hi, Farah. Blessed Sunday. Tony. Oh, we know so today is Sunday. So I'll start with my good friends, you know.
The moment told us it's so.
They say, call them work man and them a talk about a Saturday. And them a talk about a Sunday. And when him a look, him a say, how them know say a Saturday or Sunday? There is nothing in the day that suggests the sun a shine or rain a fall same way. What me couldn't know say a Sunday or Saturday? That's what he's saying, you know. So I've been pondering it. I'm saying we have just been brainwashed into saying, I hear them brainwashings and that's even with it now. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We've just been brainwashed into it, right? Saying, how do they know Sunday different from Monday, different from Tuesday, different from Wednesday? When all of the day them look the same way. I don't know. But no, night. How you know it today is Sunday and today is Saturday? Just a follow what them say. It could be anything. He told it. Anything. So he was basically saying that these men love talk about our Saturday and a Sunday, and them we don't work on Saturday and we don't work on Sunday. Oh, you know, say a Saturday and today a Sunday. Well, quite frankly, for me, I tend to work every single day. As long as I open my eyes, I'm working. So I don't know if it's Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Sometimes I totally mix up the days. Like even Friday gone. I'm saying, why does Xander have a phone in his hand? Why does he have a phone in his hand? So Tony and Rachel looking at me strange. I'm asking, why does he have a phone in his hand? Hear them, but Mom, today's Friday. I do have school tomorrow. No, that one catch me. Really caught me. I can tell you, because as I said, I don't know them different. Because I'm saying no phones during the week. Absolutely none. This kid not going to bed, he don't have a so we can't perpetuate that nonsense. So no phone during the week. Friday night is fine. Saturday night is fine, but no phone Sunday straight up to Thursday, right? Now, would you
It breaks my heart when he comes and asks for the train?
Break your heart? You must be as the auntie, you must be disciplined. So must the parents and the grandparents.
I know, but
so I'm there doing my thing on my computer. It's tax time, so I'm really tied up with it. And it's about 11 o'clock. I'm in Tony Ann's room. She have a big, how much inch screen in there. I see this, I hear a pitter patter feet at 11 p.m. and I look around. I see Xander with a phone in his hand, of course. It's the same Friday night. No, guys, Friday gone. But I'm wondering, why does he have a phone? So I look at him and I say, all right, go up on the bed. Go up on Auntie Tony's bed. Because I'm doing my things. I want him right there where I can monitor him. Because he's walking up and down in the house. So I decided to say, why is he walking up and down the house? When I go outside, Tony gone to her bed. His mother and father gone to them bed. His brother, everybody in the house gone to them bed except Xander, who is on his phone, walking up and down the place. I put him there. So by 12 o'clock, I'm finished. He's still on the phone because I thought he would have fallen asleep. By 12 o'clock, this kid is still on the phone. I said, all right, come let me tidy you. So I tidy him. And then I said, 12 o'clock, Lord, let me take out this phone from this kid and pure nice. And wake up the whole household, plus the whole neighborhood. Because that's why I'm saying no phones, because the kid literally throw a tantrum every time I take away a phone from him. You don't have the maturity. Even it's not like that. He's a little bit vexed, but he not throw tantrum. So I'm say, God, you know what, I have to make a executive decision right now. Is either take out this phone from this kid and appear nice and try to discipline him as to why I must go in bed with that phone. I'm really just have to go hug up that one here and just I'm just say, go on up on your bed, go up on your bed. My phone, that man say, wait up. I said, go on up on your bed, man. I mean, just make him go up on the bed and watch him phone, see me and me just go in my room and go on my bed. So I wake up that night. I got peep on him for sleep. If him still a watch a phone, but then he fell asleep, right? So I have to make an executive decision, but I'm saying no phone during the week for these kids. No phone, no TV, none of that. Limited to Friday night, Saturday night. That's it. Done. Let them watch anything they want to watch. Friday evening, Saturday evening. No Saturday in the day either. Make them run up and down. Make them go outside and play. After that, yes, get a little screen time, maybe for 3 hours and them done. But man, these parents have this kid from what time I see him with the phone, Tony, about 6 o'clock. I see him with the phone. And him come
Yeah.
from school till midnight. You know, me wake up in the morning, I say, listen, Richie, this kid get him quota with screen time already. So this Saturday, no phone. No phone, him done doing time already. And them here when I say, because the Saturday morning, of course, me and Tony drive out, God, and we don't reach back yet. So discipline is discipline. You're talking about kids who have any discipline. It's parents who don't have any discipline. The parents, we are the ones that must be disciplined. That's the only way you're going to have a disciplined child. If we're not disciplined and consistent, we will never be able to train our children to have some discipline and to be consistent in their behavior, right? So I know my household is struggling with that, and I'm going to have to get on top of it, or it's not going to happen.
You might have to
Right?
take out the phone from everybody.
And I'm telling you, hold on the phone, yes, I lock it up in my room. I'm parked. And that might have gone happen. I'll use
Anybody.
100 phone. You know, sometimes I don't know the phone I'm there. Of course, the kids are going to find it. All right. So I have a question. So you're on YouTube Live. Sorry about the ranting and raving, but you're on YouTube Live. I'm Claudia and Tony, and those of you joining us for the first time, thank you so much for taking the time out of your Sunday to join us. Today, we're here for you to answer your questions. Tony, you have any questions so far?
Yes, Shoshana wants to know, does NHT offer a contribution refund towards a deposit and vendor's attorney's fee for the purchase of a lot?
They offer it as long as you're not buying a new development. So in an older development, they already have the title and so on, right? So the lawyer can give an undertaking that if NHT send over the funds, that yes, the lot will be transferred. But in a new development, we don't have titles yet. We're building roads and drains and so on. So there is no title against which this lawyer can give an undertaking. However, in the front end, so in the front end, you have to pay a deposit. But in the back end, you can use your contribution refunds towards deposit to close the sale. Can you, Tony?
Yes, you can. You can use it to pay closing costs.
Yeah, like a lawyer fee, any closing costs that the developers may come with. At that point is when you can use it. So she asked a good question. So Shoshana is asking about contribution refund towards deposits. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a distinction. We're not talking about regular contribution refunds. Regular contributions is when you hear the government come every January and they say, well, NHC comes and say, oh, you can come now and take your contribution refund. For the past 7 years up to 2015 or 16, I think they're doing, where are they now? 7 years in the back is what year? We're in 2015, so probably 2018. So they'll give you back your contributions up to 2018 that you have not yet taken. But that's called contribution refund. What she asked about was contribution refund towards deposit. Now, there's always a little fine print that you don't know, but if you did just know about it, it would help you. So that is a little fine print now. Contribution refund towards deposit. That is the cincher. So regular contributions is these little monkey money that them give you because you contributed in 2018, right? And that's usually so small that you take that and you go Burger King, you go KFC, You might buy a Nike shoes and you got champs and you spend it off, right? But if you actually knew about contribution refunds towards deposit, then that is like Shoshana, that is what you would go after. So what is that? So contribution refund towards deposits is where you will get back all of your contributions up to 2 years in the back. No, not 7 years in the back. No, 2 years in the back. So we're in 2025, so you probably get up to 2023 or probably 2022. I'm not so sure which one, but it's 2 years in the back. So now you have some money can talk about now. You doing it? So those of you who you're actually looking to purchase a property that's not in a new subdivision that don't build yet, but purchase maybe on the open market, something that build already. Ask NHT how much, send them an email, wecare@nht.gov.jm. Send them an email and ask them, how much contribution refund towards deposit do I have? Or even better, go to the NHT portal. So, Tonya, what is it called? What is it again? What's the website?
nht.gov.jm.
No, what's the one for the portal? Go directly to the portal.
Oh, NHT online. It is online.nht.gov.jm.
Repeat it, Tony.
Online.nht.gov.jm.
Type it in the chat. So those of you with the National Housing Trust, you're a contributor, go to online NHT, you said? Online nht.gov.jm. Type that in Google. You will get straight to your NHT portal where you can now log in or sign up. So those of you who have not yet accessed that portal, just type that in your chat, in your Google. You will get straight to the portal. You can now sign up. So signing up means you will need your TRN and NIS card, right? So you sign up, your name, your email, TRN, NIS card, remember your username and password, because you are now going to log out and then go sign up. You get an email, right, Tony?
Yeah, to confirm.
To confirm. Some of you will get an email that says you need to come in and verify. What that means is that they probably don't have an up-to-date ID or something for you. You can also email.
They won't get an email for that. So when you register, you get an email to confirm your email, and then when you log into the portal, in order to see the eligibility letter, if your information is not updated, then it tells you to contact them.
Okay. So if your information is updated, what happens?
Then you just see the eligibility letter, and then you can
see eligibility letter. So if your contributions are up to date and you go on that portal, when you log in back, you will just see when you sign up first, and if everything is okay, you will see your eligibility letter.
So you sign up with your TRN and NIS and email. Then it sends you an email to confirm that email address that you've put in the system. Once you confirm that, you go back and log into the system. If everything for you is up to date, you'll immediately see the eligibility letter.
Right. That eligibility letter is very interesting. It's going to tell you everything. How much you get for service lot, how much you get for home improvement, how much you get for construction, you name it, everything is there. Okay, guys? But even more so, what's even more interesting is that you're going to see how many contributions you've made throughout the years. You're going to see how much is available for refund. Don't take it in. You're going to see that, but don't take it, man. Keep it. If you have not bought a property yet, you're going to keep it, right? Because you want contribution refund towards deposit. So now you can actually calculate how much money you will actually get in by adding up the years. So don't add in 2025, don't add in 2024. But add up all the years that you see there that come out at you, and you add it up, and you will know how much NHT possibly have for you for contribution refund towards deposit that you can use towards your deposit, or you can use for your closing costs. What's the other interesting thing about that NHT portal? I'm trying to remember. I saw a cool feature on it as well. What was it again, Tony? All right, Tony trying to log into hers. So you can check your contributions, add up all of it and see how much you have overall, right? Now, the government of Jamaica just introduced new benefits coming July 1. Those new benefits, I would imagine, have not yet been uploaded onto the system. So wait on it, right? So remember now, you can use your contribution refund towards deposit as part of your deposit, and also to use for your closing cost. So when the government, oh, I remember now. So in the budget speech, the government had said that you can now get a contribution refund in your bank account, even if you have a mortgage. I'm saying to you, those of you who have a mortgage, do not take the option for them to put the money in your bank account. Take the option for them to put it on the principal of the loan.
Yes.
Because there's no point in you taking 20,000 for go eat pizza. I forgot to watch movie, Lion King and these things. No point. Take the 10, 20, 15, 30,000, whatever it was that you contribute for the whole year. Remember now, that contribution refund for that year that they're giving you is where you contribute for the whole year. So see it as savings. Can you imagine you take 12 months to save that money? The little 30,000, 20,000, or the big 100,000, 200,000, depending on your income. And you make energy drop it in your bank account and now one day just blow away so because Xander's even a birthday party. No. You are going to leave the money. You're going to take the option. Please put to my principal. And I can tell you, in no time, your mortgage would have been cleared without you even thinking about it, or with no more hard work to find money to go put on the principal. I wish the banks were like that. Banks, you guys have a savings component, and every year allow me to just take and put it to my principal. Because what happened again is discipline. So you yourself, could have saved the money, and then come December, you write a little letter to Jane and VMBS and say, hey, I have 200,000 in my savings account, 1 million in my savings account. Can you please apply this to the principal? You can do that every year, but you don't have the discipline. We're back to discipline, fiscal discipline, as the government say. But for us, it's financial discipline. You don't have the financial discipline, so you can't save it yourself, right? So just remember, with that contribution refund, don't take it. You let them see. You see, them want you take it, because they want money for spending in the economy. But it not to be your money or my money, friend. It not to be that. Make your money work properly for you, right? You have any more? I see some things. Give me the questions, Tony. I don't know where I am. I'm seeing some questions, but I'm not sure if you have anything before what I'm seeing. So you follow the time.
Okay, so Naku says afternoon. New Boy says love the song. Horsey Coach says hi. Farah says hello. Dion says good afternoon. All right, so that was Shoshana question. So Janet says good evening, Miss Claudia, Miss Tony. Cheryl says hello. Happy Sunday.
Hello.
Says check in. And Mo says happy Sunday all. Jamaican Beauty says Tony, my shower glass is leaking at Camelot. What can I use to seal it?
That's silicone. Shower glass.
I guess at the base where it's
at the base, silicone. But make sure you're using a good silicone. So you definitely have to read the label on the silicone.
Mm-hmm.
So we tend to use, where can I find it? The one that we use to name Diet, but you have to buy that at the industrial place.
Mommy. One that comes in the gray tube.
Yeah. No, that color that we use is gray, but they come in white and clear as well. Trying to remember.
It's Dynamo. What's it called?
But she's not going to get it like that off the shelf. Just going to the hardware, read the label. You want the best possible 100% silicone. That's what you want. The best possible 100% silicone. Read the label. You need something that's at 35 years, 40 years, 50 years. 100% silicone. The higher the price, usually the better the silicone. Right? So you want brand silicone. Brand. You don't want like a cheap $200 one. So that's what you do. 100% silicone on both sides, right? And seal it. And also, I discovered my Camelot. So I had another challenge where I built a house. And that client called me back and said, Miss Claudia, why in the bedroom the wall is wet at the base? I'm saying, how is that possible? I go there. I'm saying, hold on, this place of a bathroom behind it. Let me go check this. When me look, I'm go down on the floor, I'm go down on my bed. When me look, you know what said the tile I never growed the base of the shower. I was happy, mad enough. Cost me for go get man for growth, but the shower base properly. Go into the room, clean up the wall, use moisture barrier, paint and reap. I was so annoyed with myself too. Because that's what you call quality control now, right? So those little things. So just because I never bent down and I checked all the growth lines, but I'm checking them at my eye level going around, right? To make sure that he has not missed any growth between the tiles. I'm gonna tell you, just because I never bend down and check between the floor tile and the first tile coming up on the wall, that's what happens. Quality control, right?
They
So
should check the
now
one too.
I did check. So I did that. And when I looked, that's why I'm telling him for growth it. When I look at Camelot, not the same thing. The man not said to me. But the reason why we did not pick that up is because in Camelot, the bathrooms are back to back. Showers are back to back. So you're not going to pick it up because this water is going and it's going against another tile. So it's not going to come out on the other side, right? But you have to ensure, everybody, these bathroom areas where you use growth with the tile, because growth is a sealer. So you have to make sure every single tile between the tile is properly growted. It cannot have missing growth. And I thank one of my other clients who taught me that. This was Anika. When Anika came and took over a house from Richmond, she said, Claudia, look, there's missing growth. There's missing growth. I'm saying, what she mean by missing growth? And then she showed me. She go down to the floor and she showed me. She said, look, there's no growth right here. There's no growth right here. I'm saying, damn, missing growth, guys. Very important. So what you have now is missing silicone. Or maybe the silicone seal break. Or maybe they just did not silicone the base of the shower, the door. So that's what's happening. It's leaking under the door. So you really just need to silicone it. And you also need to make sure that so you put up your pipe, which is a mix on the wall. And then it comes with a cover and then put it against that. And then don't silicone it. So the water is leaking on the the water is leaking on the tile and going down behind that cover for your shower mixer pipe. Oh my God, these workmen. So those things, guys, you have to check, right? You have to check.
My Serenity says, I'm late again. And Dion said, actually, Miss D, we're happy for the delay because we will be blessed with the changes at NHT, plus the 7 years instead of 10 years to qualify for the home improvement loan.
Yes. And don't forget, it is now $5 million. Isn't that great? So
Wonderful.
when Tony and I have been bemoaning that, I can't pull up myself for $3.5 million. That's a waste of time. But now that's $5 million. So everybody that might also qualify now that it is 7 years. Them can get it. Everybody qualified now. So I said, guys, we can get 15 million, 20 million out of NHT, but we don't know if they're going to give 4 people. Well, I don't know if they're going to even give 3 together. I don't know. So we'll have to test still. But it makes sense. If your house really needs the renovation, especially if it's roof leaking and those
Mommy,
things.
is it the original house that you took the NHT loan on?
That's what they're saying. But I am sure if you can show, I think I read somewhere, if you can show that the house you're doing this home improvement on is where you're going to live, then you should be able to get it.
Okay.
What I'm wondering though, so those persons whose children are now buying real estate, and I already took my NHT. I only got 1 million from NHT. I think Tony got 1.5, right? So I only got
Right.
1 million. So those of us who only get the 1 million and the 1.5, this home improvement loan now, can I use that 5 million and put it with a child who is buying, say, a Palmetto Pines construction loan at 11 million? So if the child is taking 11 million, and me as a parent, they'll take my loan, and this is where we're going to live now, this Palmetto Pines where we're going to live. Can I take my 5 million and put with the 11 million? That way we get 16 million to build. Guys, I want you to test that. Those of you who are buying a Palmetto Pines land and you will be building, when you do approach NHT or even ask them from now, I don't want the 5 million to improve the house where I live now because that don't need nothing. But I am going to be living with my daughter at Palmetto Pines. This is where we're going to live. I want to use this 5 million that you talking about home improvement and put with hers or his and build. Ask NHT that. Ask them that from now. Don't wait.
Mm-hmm. Alea says, when NHT gives you a date to use contributions in August 2025, if it is not used this year, what will happen? I was just approved that.
The money's always there.
Mhm.
The contribution refunds are yours, and you can stay until you retire. Not something that you have to go there and get. I think they give you some interest on it too. I don't know if it's 2 or 3%. You can ask an HT. But you can leave it there as a savings or leave it there so that when you do have your mortgage, it can be used to pay down your mortgage. That's how we finished paying mortgage so early with NHT. Because those contribution refunds went to that mortgage every single year. All
But you
right,
should
went
talk
to the principal. Went to the principal. Guys.
about the eligibility letter. She says when NHT give you a date to use contribution. NHT gives you a date to use your contributions.
To use it how? I don't understand. No, they
No,
give
I
you
don't
a
think so.
date to come for your contribute to apply for your contribution refund to apply.
All right, but if you don't apply, it just rolls over to next year.
Yeah, it's there for you to get. Remember, it's a contribution. So them not
Hmm.
taking it and them not giving it to anybody else like your NIS. No matter how much. Why was it that NIS thing that's sticky with me? You know? So
It
I
needs to
mean,
get better, man.
huh?
I feel like it needs to get better. Needs some
I feel
improvement.
I feel like the NIS is a big ripoff. I really feel
Every
that.
government agency doing improvements across the board, and then there's just this dead horse.
Yeah, come on, guys. You guys at NIS, put on your thinking caps and do something.
Mhm.
All right. You have another question?
Um. Oh, Claudia is saying Happy Mother's Day in England. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day for those of you in the UK. Happy Mother's Day. Fathers too, your fathers or mothers. So happy. Glad for your fathers. Happy Father's Day when it comes.
I heard Mahogany Hills is sold out already. Is that true? The development in Chester.
Well, I don't know, but it's a possibility. At 20, what was the price?
7? Was 27?
Yeah, at that price, it would have come and gone. So if you didn't
Mm.
come up in time, it would have missed you. Rude Boy is saying, "Is High Claudia, is this on the way? Is a song on the way?" Is the song on the web?
No, I don't think. Well, it's on a couple of videos, but it by itself is not on the web. No.
If you want us, Tony can shoot you the song, but if you send her a WhatsApp message.
Shoshana says, based on last week's call, NHT will be given more funds. Can you please provide clarification on one? Can I get a loan from NHT to purchase the land for a new development?
Yes, you can get the loan, and then she gives you only 3.5 though.
Mm-hmm.
You'll have to put that with some money from the bank. As a matter of fact, you're gonna approach a bank anyway. If you're earning more than 30,000 per week, it is the bank who you will face for the NHT loan. So let us say you buy a Palmetto Pines for 7 million or 7.5 or 8. 3.5 out of that, you can use your NHT benefit where you'll get a maximum of 5% as the interest rate. The difference, so let us say let's do our real maths now. Let us say the land is 10 million for ease of calculations. Your bank is giving you 90%, so you are borrowing 9 million and you're depositing 1 million, which is 10%. NHT can lend you 3.5 out of that 9 million, and that leaves, is that 6.5 million? My math's good, or 5.5 million? 6, 7, 8, 6.5, 7.5. Tony, 9 million minus 3.5 is how much?
5.5.
5. Brain now function. So 5.5 million you borrow from the bank. So you'd borrow 5.5 million from the bank at whatever interest rate the bank is. So let's say the interest rate is 8%. So you get 5.5 million from the bank at 8%. You get 3.5 million from NHT at 5% or less or zero. Some persons are getting their loans at zero. And then the other 1 million will come from you for the deposit. So it just really depends. But yes, you will get that is a part of the benefit that the government did not move. So 3.5 million is for land. And you will still go to the bank for all the loan, the bank will disperse and everything, but your interest rate for the 3.5 section will be what NHT would have given you for. Just so the bank now is administering. Those of you who earn less than 30,000 per week, so the minimum wage earners up to 30,000 per week, you will still go to the National Housing Trust for your loan, which is better for you, really. You don't have to give them your granny teeth, but you have to give the bank your granny teeth. So make sure you have a granny teeth give them.
That is what I'm wondering, for persons who are earning the above the 30,000. You qualify on paper for NHT, yes, but what if you're like self-employed and you go to these banks and they try to dig you down? Like, is there any recourse? Can you then go back to NHT and say it didn't work out with the bank?
Yes, you can. Go back to NHT, tell them that the bank turned you down. Ask the bank for a letter though to prove that them turning you down.
Mm-hmm.
Ask the bank for a letter to say, I am not willing to give Shoshana any loan. When them give you that letter, go to NHT and NHT will give you the loan. NHT wants to give you the loan. You're a contributor, so you're entitled to the loan. Whatever that loan looks like, you're entitled to it. So I'm surprised that persons don't use this loan as fast as them qualify. Come on, yes. You have to be on the ball. You have to be on the ball. As far as you qualify, find something.
Why do we use it? New dispensation of first-time homeowners access to so much information that they get scared to take the first step.
Maybe because we tell them too much things, mustn't tell them nothing.
Yeah, and they also lack discipline. Back then, when other persons were buying, there was a house was scarce, bank loans were scarce. So you really had to get your ducks in a row to really go and buy something. Now, even them loan for deposit, free money here. So it's like they get complacent with it.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna always be there.
Yeah. And NHT tries so hard. They try so hard for persons to come for your loan, go and buy a house. I'm saying no. Come and get the loan and go and build your house. Just do it. There's nothing difficult about it. Now, any more questions?
Yes, and two, Shoshana is asking, if yes, will they offer another loan to do the construction within the same year? Example, Palmetto Pines.
Yes. So the construction loan is 11 million. So I'm thinking, they haven't said it definitively, but I'm thinking, so in the past, you used to get 7.5 million. They would have had 3.5 for land and 4 million to build. But they have rightly and smartly said, if you're going to build, you can now get $11 million. So 11 minus 3.5 is how much, Tony?
Check in.
So like 6.5.
7.5.
7.5. So actually, so you now have 7.5 to build. You have 7.5 that you can approach to build. But let us say you never use NHG when you're buying the land. You just went to JN or VM or one of them, and you bought the land through them. So now, if you didn't use NHT to buy the land, now you can use NHT to build and get the full 11 million.
Right, and the same bank that you used to purchase the land, they'll just attach the NHT loan to the title.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think the Prime Minister of Jamaica was very smart in making that move. And what are they telling you guys? They're telling you, go build your house now. Go and build your house, man. That's what they're telling you. Because if you're buying a house, you're only going to get 9 million, correct? You're only going to get 9 million if you're buying a house. But if you're building, you're going to get 11 million. So they're literally teaching you just to go and build. Breaking up, Tony.
If you're buying the house by yourself, is 9 million you get in.
Yes. And if you're buying a house with somebody, you get in 17, I think. And if three of you join, you get 23. But if you alone building, you will now get 11 million. So if you use 3.5 by land, you have 7 million leave, 7.5 million leave. Yeah, that can be a large 1-bedroom or a small 2-bedroom house. It don't have to be within the same year, Shoshana, but it's better if you apply same time. You can wait 3-4 years if you want for the loan, but it don't make sense because I can't tell you. And that's the trick, that's the thing with Jamaica that I really don't think I understand and like. So now that the Prime Minister, they have said 11 million to construct. Guys, you have to start running. No, don't wait till July 11 to secure your land. Don't wait. The persons who are waiting till July 1 to now go and look land might probably find that every land finished now. Because no, persons are saying, what? I get in that? No, I can't build, man. And them start to search now for land and everything. So come July 1, all Palmetto Pines, you call Claudia. I said, sorry, we don't have any. I wait on phase 2.
We got an upside this week on calls for land.
Yeah, we have since the announcement.
Yeah, and people usually call for houses. So
we have got change. Yeah, and we have had more. Yeah, I was at Palmetto Pines yesterday, and we're having, and persons are coming in more for lands now. So those of you who went in early, good for you. You still have some time at you can. And at Palmetto Pines, we only have the lands now that are 9.8 million. So the 6.5 gone and the 7.5 gone. You're now looking at the 6,000 square feet lands, which are $9.8 million. So come in and get your land so that you can build. I'll put it this way. So you're buying 2 bedrooms for 25 million, Tony.
Yeah.
So there's nothing to stop you from buying a land at Palmetto for, let's say, 10 million, which is 9.8, and taking your 12 million from a national housing trust and building the house. Build the same 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom house. Don't build nothing bigger than that. Remember, it's only 11 million you get it. So build the same little house. Yes, build the same 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom house. Don't think say you get 11 million now until you get 3-bedroom, 5-bedroom, and 2-story, and wing your son, and all kind of things. No, no, no. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Don't do it. All right?
Mm-hmm.
So use it. So the other question. Right now, you can use a 3.5 from NHT to improve your home or to help to buy a new residential property. That's the second loan. So you can use a 3.5 from NHT to help to buy a new residential property. That's on the website there. Tony, check it out. So that means now you can use a 5 million then to do that, because that moved from 3.5 to 5 million. So those of you with parents who still throwing NHT, who use them benefit already, 7 years them can get $5 million now. So maybe you need to approach mommy and daddy and say, join with me and let me get your 5 million and my 11 million and build a house. Where would I find it? Loans. Who qualifies? What are mortgage? Need a loan.
I don't see it yet.
Need a loan. Loans to build. Loans to buy. Sometimes Tony will tell you now NHT. Sometimes I know the fine print, them it's dear enough to benefit, just like how them not tell you about contribution refund to us. They're there to help you, but them not tell you. They don't make you suffer.
With all this reading.
And who can read and get it? All right, so I have something else to teach you now today. So I was listening to Dion Jackson Miller's program. I was driving, that's why I end up listening to it. And hold on, still trying to find a loan. Hold on. Need a loan. Loans to build. Are we gonna find it like that though? Dion, send me the link where you saw that. If it's on the website, send it to my. I have my phone. Send it to my phone so that I can link it to Tonian. Or if you have Tonian's number, send it to her. Let us check this out. All right. She said she heard it on the radio.
Oh.
With who? From who was talking? Dion Burbick, the gentleman who is the what is he? Director of Communications. So you can take the 3.5 from NHG to improve your home or to help to buy a new residential property. Tony, you hear that? So, okay. So I can use it to buy a new residential property. Interesting. I wonder if they will allow 3 persons to join. Tony, we need to get on that. Let's step on that so that we can check with NHT. All right, so Tony, find the.
Oh, it's on the. Is this the Prime Minister's website? Yeah, Office of the Prime Minister. It's a long thing though, so I'm gonna try and get through it. Let me send it to you.
Put it on the screen.
On the screen.
You see the speech that he just did in the budget debate speech?
I'm looking through it. Let me share the screen. You see the screen?
Yes, but it's kind of tiny.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about.
All right, you can read it.
Starting July 1, several key changes will take effect. Increase loan limits. Individual loan limits will rise from 7.5 to 9 million, while two co-applicants can now access 17 million and three co-applicants up to 23 million. The loan ceiling for construction loan will also be increased to 11 million for individuals and 17 million for co-applicants and 23 million for three co-applicants. Lower deposit requirements for contributors earning less than 30,000 weekly. The deposit requirement for open market loans will reduce from 5 to 2% for properties valued 14 million or less, making it easier for more Jamaicans to own a home. Reduce service charges. Those earning 30,000 or less per week will see their 2% service charge eliminated, while those earning between 30,000 to 42,000 per week will have their charges reduced from 5% to 2%. Expanded home grant eligibility. The maximum qualifying income for home grants will increase to 30,000 per week, enabling more contributors to access home grants up to 3.5 million. Home improvement loan. The waiting time to access this loan will be reduced from 10 to 7 years, and the loan limit will increase from 3.5 to 5 million. There are also special initiatives for pensioners and public sector workers. These include smart energy grant expansion, initially available only to public sector pensioners. This grant up to 1.5 million for solar panel installation and alternative energy systems will be expanded to the private sector pensioners. Smart energy loan increase. The loan amount will increase from 1.5 to 2.5 million, and the interest rate will now range from 0 to 5%, making it more affordable for lower income contributors. Targeted institutional loan program. The NHT will partner with hospitals to provide on-site housing for healthcare workers. With ongoing discussions, also consider the tourism, security, and education sector. I don't see anything about your thing, mommy. The new contribution refund option for private sector mortgages. Private sector mortgages will now have the choice to apply for their NHD contribution refund towards their existing mortgages, provided their loans are free of arrears. In the meantime, the Prime Minister Holness announced that as the NHD approaches its 50th anniversary in 2025-2026, the agency will commemorate this milestone with the development of a new park in Mandeville and the expansion of its scholarship program from 10 to 50 awards. Prime Minister Holness said in his administration is committed to housing affordability, stating these enhancements reflect our dedication to ensuring that every Jamaican has a fair opportunity to home own and to improve their quality of life.
But it
That's
doesn't
it.
say
No,
that.
it doesn't. Right here. Maybe it's in the fine print.
Talk about the fine print. All right, so we have to keep researching it. I think where Dion is saying she's going to the office this week and she'll keep us informed. All right, excellent, Dion. Ask specifically about that and where it is. Where is it stated in their on their website or in some kind of documentation? Because one person will say one thing and then when you go apply for it now it's a different story.
Here's a question from Shoshana. In the case of an ex-common law that is still on title and willing to sign a document to be removed, do you know the process to remove him, the ex-wife, and add the 3 adult children?
In the case of an ex-common law that is still on title and willing to sign. Okay, that's simple. Get a lawyer to do that. Ask us for a lawyer. So what they're going to do is do a transfer document. That document you find on the NLA website. I think we showed you that document. It's called transfer of land. showed it to you about maybe 3 sessions back. Transfer of land, where it sounds like him and his wife remove him, the ex-wife, and add the 3 adult children. Right. So you remove him, the ex-wife. So you sign a document where they remove him and add the 3. So he's going to sign to for that to happen and add the 3 adult children. That's 1, 2, 3 for a lawyer. So WhatsApp us, ask us to recommend a lawyer for that, and they can get that done. As long as he's willing to sign, you don't have any challenge. And that doesn't take long either. Goes to stamp office, come back. Just be prepared to probably pay some transfer tax. Or it just depends on, I think, if he's giving it as a gift or whatever, but the lawyer will advise you on that. More questions? Oh, Tony's off. Okay, so I see where the listener is asking, good evening, ladies. What is the down payment on a house right now in Jamaica, if you don't mind me asking? Okay, that's a beautiful question, the listener. I love your question because it rolls right into something I was going to discuss. Right now, it depends on how much a bank is willing to lend. So if your bank is willing to lend 95% financing, then you can deposit 5%. If the bank is only lending you 90% financing, you can still deposit 5%, but know that at some point the lawyers will ask you for the other 5%. Right? So right now it's anywhere from 5 to 10%. 5% is dependent on the lending institution, how much you're lending you. So if you show us 95% financing, you deposit 5%. You show us 90% financing, you're going to deposit 10%. Or some transactions or lawyers or even realtors will allow you to deposit 5%, and then you will pay the other 5% when it comes back from the stamp office and so on, and they're ready to close the sale. All right. Good evening. I am buying a piece of land, but I still have a balance. Can I still get the 9 million today for it to build a house on it? July 1. So you kind of know have to you kind of have to judge it till July 1. That's when the new benefits come in effect. So we're in March, April, May, June, July. Is it July 1 or June 1? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's July 1 you just read, right, Tony?
Yes, July 1.
July 1. So you kind of, Smith, you kind of go judge it and see if you can wait it out. So he's buying a piece of land, still have a balance. Can you still get the 9 million today for it to build a house on it? Remember, to build on the land, which is 11 million. But if you're buying a house already built, you get 9 million.
So is he that he's buying a piece of land and he's using his NHT 3.5 out of it already?
I don't know.
Because he's saying that I still got the balance. The balance on the land?
You still have a balance that you need to pay. That's what it sounds like.
Oh.
I'm buying a piece of land, but I still have a balance. I'm a balance. What you can do is you have a balance, yeah? So pay for the land. That's if you're not, even if you're using your NHT, just don't just don't go for the construction loan until July 1. That's what that means. Right. So in the meantime, you can go get your blueprint and all of that. Right? So we were talking about deposits allowed. So Tony, go to your Google and type in Jamaica Mortgage Bank. Now again, I was listening to Dion Jackson Miller's program. I need to listen to that program more often. I'm learning quite a lot. Usually I'm driving and I'm listening to YouTube music. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. And I'm not paying attention. Hold on, Tony. I opened it and the first thing I saw was Norwich, Portland. Norwich along Hummingbird Road. Development land selling for 156 million negotiable. That's 1 million US. Oh my God. Tony, you saw it? Did you see it? Or you're off? Tony has disappeared again. All right. So Tony, and actually she's at Palmetto Pines. She's on location at Palmetto Pines. How do I share this with you now? I'm not sure I'm allowed to share, but I can. I'm gonna have to do these back end things. Oh, you're back.
Yeah. I don't think I can do live from here anymore. I figured out what the problem is.
What? I thought you were having visitors.
No, what happened is a truck comes in, and once I turn on the pump, it pulls on the pole where I am, and so my devices go down. And usually the internet box and the printer shuts down every time they turn on the pump. So I'm having like a low voltage when that happens.
So maybe we need to put in a backup power.
Maybe, yeah.
Something like what we have at the house now. So that maybe your power is always stabilized.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Tony, trying to get to, I went in Jamaica Mortgage Bank, and what popped up in front of me was that they have a property at Norwich selling.
Yeah.
156 million Jamaican dollars, 1 million US, it sounds like. But that thing disappear. Look, if you open it and you see it. All right, well, what I wanted to talk about, ladies and gentlemen, of this bank was something called mortgage indemnity insurance. So Tony, open up Jamaica Mortgage Bank and go to products, and then
on that because I've actually not seen anything on my screen.
You're not seeing anything on your screen? What do you mean?
No, I just know you're on because I can hear you. I'm not seeing the windows with all the buttons anymore.
All right. So how do I share? Can I share from where I
am? Look at the bottom of your screen and tell me if you see a monitor with an up arrow.
A monitor?
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
It should be the third one.
Oh, yes. Should have. Yeah, see, share screen. So, Mortgage Bank. Share. Thumbs up, everybody, if you're seeing it. Oh, forget that you can't see the screen.
Right. I'm going to try and refresh my page. I'll soon be right back.
All right. So, I don't have any thumbs up yet. Are you seeing my Jamaica Mortgage Bank on the screen? Nobody answering yet. Me not seen it? Thumbs up if you're seeing it, guys. All right, Tony, it looks like I'm not sharing properly.
Let me try. What's the name of the website? Or send me the link.
No, it's called Jamaica Mortgage Bank.
I know, but send me the link in the chat.
But how do I send a link in the chat? I don't even know. You just go on Google and find it.
Do you see the chat? All he said there was a name.
I tell you, I don't know. It's in Google. Hold on. Let me see something. Hold on. It's jmb.gov.jn.
Okay.
jmb.gov.jn. You have it up now?
Yeah. Then where do I go?
So you're going to products, mortgage
Products.
indemnity insurance.
Okay.
Are you putting it on the screen?
I am.
Make it bigger. So we're talking about deposits. So as I said, I was listening to Dion Jackson Miller's program, and that gentleman came on and was talking about this product that the mortgage bank have. I was quite intrigued. I didn't know about this one. Um, so I didn't get a chance to check with the mortgage bank to see how it works, but I'm definitely going to be giving them a call so I can let you know how it works. So listen to this now. Mortgage indemnity insurance protects the mortgage lender against loss in the event of default by the borrower, subject to the provisions in the Mortgage Insurance Act. An approved lender is a lender institution that is approved by the Ministry of Housing for the purpose of making loans which may be insured under the mortgage insurance law. So, an approved lender may be a building society like Victoria Mutual, a bank like JNR Scotia, an insurance company like Sagicor, a trust company like NHT, trustee of trust funds, cooperative societies, cooperative credit societies like credit union, or cooperative housing societies, or other societies authorized to lend money on the security of real or immovable property. Immovable mean land, it can't move. What are the benefits of mortgage indemnity insurance to the borrower, to you now and me? The basic security for the mortgage is your property. The mortgage insurance acts as a form of additional security for your lender. Lenders are normally prepared to lend approximately 67 to 70% of the selling price. I guess this was back in the day. Now it is 90 to 95%. Or the value of the property, whichever is less. If you need to borrow more than this, most lenders may consider to lend up to 97% with mortgage insurance. The down payment on a house can be kept to a minimum. So, if it is you're able to use this mortgage indemnity insurance, you can ask the lender to lend you up to 97%. That way your deposit is only 3%, not 5 or 10. So the down payment can be kept to a minimum. The lending terms, example, the rate of interest and the repayment period pertaining to the loans, is made more affordable. Acceptable standards with respect to the construction of houses are maintained. Now, what types of loans are eligible for this mortgage insurance coverage? Loans that are granted for purchasing a dwelling house, loans that are granted to purchase land to build a house for owner occupancy and secured by a first mortgage. So definitely the properties at Palmetto Pines would qualify for this. So the loans that are granted to purchase land to build a house for owner occupancy and secured by a first mortgage. So we need to approach these banks and see if they will agree to use um, Jamaica Mortgage Bank's product of mortgage insurance coverage. Loans bearing a maximum interest rate of 19%. Back in the day, interest rates, I remember the first loan I got from Victoria Mutual, it was 18.75%. Never forget it. So I guess this is being written back in the time when loans were as high as that, right? So loans bear a maximum interest rate of 19%. Loans repayable over a period of 15 to 35 years. Loans to a maximum of 97% of the selling price or value of the dwelling unit. So the maximum must be 97% of the selling price or the value. Loans relating to a maximum selling price per dwelling unit of 20 million. So again, them don't want you build no $100 million house and come ask for pay 3% this deposit, right? It is for persons who are buying or building a property where the price going to be 20 million, and them not, but them only want to borrow 97% of 20 million. Loans where the total monthly repayment by the borrower does not exceed 40% of his or her monthly income. That's now your debt service ratio. So it sounds like, Tony, it sounds like something that can use, don't?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to check this out on Monday and see how do you access this. So you want to buy a house, the house is 20 million or under. You want to be able to use this mortgage insurance coverage so that you will only deposit 3%. That's the only reason why I want it, so that you get a chance to deposit 3% and not 5 and not 10%, right? So it's called mortgage indemnity insurance. And you can call the Jamaica Mortgage Bank. They're the ones who offer this particular product. And this is a Jamaica Mortgage Bank is a government company. All right, so that sounds like a good thing to me. So I'm gonna check it out. I didn't know they had that, and them seem to have it for quite a while now too. So all this time we're gonna struggle with deposit for 15%. We could simply have gone to the Jamaica Mortgage Bank, Tonya. Jeez. You don't even need to save 5%. You don't even need to borrow that the 15%. You don't even need to borrow that again. You don't need to borrow the 5 or the 10%. You can find a 3%. Go to the mortgage bank and get the lending agency to agree to use this mortgage indemnity insurance. Well, check it out. Seems simple enough, but let's see how simple it is for us to apply.
And do the banks know about it? Like your mortgage?
The banks must know. I mean, the banks. So look, so if you matter about 18.75 interest rate and 70% the banks going to lend, that tells me that that thing is on that their books long time.
Yeah, but do the attorneys know about it? Because I mean,
it's not the attorneys also. It's the banks that need to know. Because remember, the attorneys only need 2% for transfer tax. So you pay 3%, them still have enough.
Yeah, but on a sale agreement, it's normally saying 5%. So
yeah, if you show the mortgage indemnity insurance and you show that the lender is willing to give you the 97% financing, I don't think a lawyer will stand in your way of that. Well, they shouldn't. I'm missing something. I see the answer no, and Kenrick said no. What exactly is the conversation?
When you were asking them if they're seeing your screen.
Oh, yes. All right. So yes, so that's something for us to check out, definitely. If this mortgage indemnity insurance is, how do you, well, it's possible. It's on the website. It's possible. And I heard a gentleman talking about it on the program. So yes, it exists. It's not a matter if it don't exist. It exists. What we need to know now is how do we access this benefit? That's what we need to know. And I would love to know why more persons not using it. But I guess everything is about knowledge. Just don't know. I me to do everything. When it comes to housing, Tony, I know how to wheel and deal it. So, all right.
Somebody's asking about the solar loan, Mom. Somebody's asking me about the solar loan.
What super loan? Super loan?
Solar.
Solar loan. I think you were reading it in your earlier thing.
Mm-hmm.
The solar loan, that has gone up to 2.5%. If you want to estimate on a solar system, please, you can contact me as well. That loan was 1.5 at 5%. Now it is 2.5. And the interest rate is anywhere from 0 to 5%, just dependent on your income band. So those persons who are earning a little bit of money, you're going to pay 0%. I tell you, I wish I was earning a little bit of money.
And this is something about pensioners. There was something about pensioners.
And something about pensioners. Yes, you can read it. Oh, I forgot to tell everybody, Tony and I have a previous thing that we need to get done. We're actually coming off live at 4:30 today.
It's so yeah, Smart Energy Grant is open to pensioners of up to 1.5 million.
Where are you seeing that?
On the Prime Minister's website.
I thought it moved to 2.5. Doesn't he say something about 2.5?
The grant to private sector pensioners, the grant is 1.5 million.
What's the condition to get the grant? What's the condition? What condition you have to meet to qualify for the grant?
I don't think it says.
Not everybody going to get that grant, you know.
There are special initiatives for pensioners and public sector workers. These include Smart Energy Grant expansion, initially available only to the public sector pensioners. This grant of up to 1.5 million for solar panel installation and alternative energy systems will be expanded to private sector pensioners.
But it don't say how you qualify.
No.
All right, so the grant is 1.5, and if you're taking the loan, it's 2.5. Now, I keep thinking to myself, Prime Minister and everybody are push for get this energy loan. Why they want us to get this energy loan and actually take myself off a JPS grid?
I know, and it's not what it hit you with.
Why? You want to know why? You send me a message. Send me a WhatsApp message and me talk to you about it.
Not only that, earlier
what?
The tax man also came and gave a cashback, remember? A reduction.
Yes. You can also get a rebate of, not a rebate. You can get a credit.
Yeah.
You can get a credit towards your, so you put solar on the house that you live, you can get a, Tony, thank you for reminding me about that. So now I'm definitely gonna go for the loan. Let me see if we can remember what the tax credit was all about. It was not bad tax credit either, you know.
No, it wasn't.
So you see, them actually want you better come for this money, guys, and go get your solar. See it here? So Tony, JIS have a article. Bring it up.
JIS. You just type in tax credit.
Yeah. Tax credits for solar.
Okay, let me look. Is this the page, Mom?
You see. Income tax credit for persons who acquire, install solar. Scroll it to the top. Let me see if it's it. I think so. The full story, yes. That's it. Let me read it. The section that says.
But this was July 2024. Is it?
Yes, it is. Yeah. They did announce it. That a whole public session on it. I sat in some of those online sessions and they explained it. So the House of Representatives on Tuesday, July 9, passed the Income Tax Amendment Act 2024, which seeks to implement a regime to provide income tax credit to individuals who acquire and install a solar photovoltaic system at their primary place of residence. Minister of Finance and the Public Service, Dr. Honorable Nigel Clark, had informed of the initiative during his 2023 budget, 2023-2024. The bill seeks to achieve this by setting out the appropriate legal framework that would allow individuals to benefit from this income tax credit. This measure forms part of a broader goal of reducing our dependence on fossil fuels and substantially increase the share of renewable energy in our local energy mix. The minister said Jamaica has a target to achieve 50% use of renewable energy in the electricity generation by sector by 2030, and that the utilization of appropriately targeted fiscal measures is critical to achieving this result. You will also recall that in my budget presentation earlier this year, as part of the 2024-25 budget, I indicated that the government will also be reducing the corporate income tax rate for independent power producers, producing 75% or more of their energy from renewable sources, from 33% to 25%. The objective of this rate reduction is to promote growth within the renewable energy sector, but providing a more favorable tax environment and providing more of an incentive for larger scale investment in renewable energy technology such as wind and solar. The minister said that the major components utilized in the installation of solar voltaic systems, such as the solar photovoltaic panels, solar inverters, and solar batteries, including lithium ion, are also exempt from the payment of GCT. These fiscal measures are proof of the government's commitment to achieve the target of 50% use of renewables by 2030. The government will continue to expand measures, fiscal and otherwise, to ensure that the target is met. The bill before us sets out the criteria that will enable individuals who have installed a solar photovoltaic system at their primary residence to benefit from the income tax credit. In addition, the bill makes provision for, among other things, an income tax credit at the rate of 30% of the acquisition and installation of the solar voltaic system for the taxpayer residents up to a maximum of 4 million. Listen to this now. This means the maximum credit an individual will be allowed to claim is 1.2 million. This measure shall apply to solar photovoltaic systems acquired and installed on or after January 1, 2023. That is for the year of assessment 2023. The value of income tax credit will be applied to the acquisition installation price of the solar voltaic system and will be claimable in the year the system was installed. The income tax credit will be used by the taxpayer to offset their total income tax liability equal to the total value of the credit received. The credit would be non-refundable, i.e., the total value of a tax credit exceeds the total taxpayer's liability. The credit will not be gotten as cash. So if when you work out the 30%, you get 1.2 million and you owe the government less than 1.2 million, they're not giving you back any money, right? A carry forward provision, though, is included to allow the individual to apply the unused portion of the credit to future taxes. Dr. Clark said the amount of credit applied would be restricted to a maximum of 50% of income tax payable by the taxpayer in the assessed year, with the remaining amount being carried forward and applied to the future tax year. In order to claim the credit, the taxpayer will have to provide proof such as invoices and independent verification that the solar voltaic system is installed and is generating electricity. The bill seeks to amend the Income Tax Prescribed Form Order 2015 to prescribe new taxpayer return forms to facilitate the tax credit in the relevant forms. So yes, Tony, you can put up solar and get tax credit. Why is the government pushing this? Well, Jamaica full of sunshine, we really should be using solar a long time. But they're pushing it now. They're giving you every possible opportunity to get the solar on your house. So what does that loan look like? So if you borrow 2.5 million, go to your loan amortization calculator, Tony. You can enjoy this tax credit if you pay taxes in Jamaica. You can also use the NHT loan to get the solar if you are a voluntary contributor overseas who is paying to the NHT. So I think it was somebody asked me about NHT and the loan. So if you're overseas and you're buying a permit of pines and you're going to build and you build, you can also apply for your solar panel money and you want solar water heater money, right?
You know, it means though, mommy, to get those loan, you have to finish the house up to roof.
Well, yeah. Well, you get solar in a video. You have to get to the roof, man. So yes,
I mean,
Talia, what if money available? I need to compete, man. What can 7.5 give you? It can give you a studio house or a one bedroom. If you're smart, it give you a two bedroom, but a small two bedroom. Not no big fancy bedroom with no big king size bed and big king size dresser, whatnot, and all these things that they love to put in there. But it certainly can give you a studio, a one bedroom. Yes, you can finish it. So those of you buying Palmetto Pines, just build a nice house, little house that is finished. Don't only pass steel stick up in the year and it's only for half construction and all these things. Don't bother with it. Just build a nice house, your nice tiles and everything, your nice furniture, going comfortable. Can't live on construction site all your life, right?
mm-hmm.
Solar, if you're ready for solar, you can reach out to me, get an estimate to you. Reach out to me, you can send a light bill, give you an estimate, do a site visit as well. Um, get the solar in. So Tony, we need to activate ourselves for this loan. Remember, we're coming off at 4:30 today, everybody. Okay, it's up. Tony, so you're borrowing 2.5 million. Put that in your loan amount.
Okay. Mm-hmm. For how long?
Did he say 10 years?
I don't know.
I think I read that somewhere. It was 5 years. I think it's now 10 years.
And what's the interest rate?
The interest rate is 5%. Let us say you're a high income earner. Calculate
26,000 per month.
26,000 per month. That's what you'll be paying. Some of you won't need all that money too. So like a house at Camelot, we'll probably run it like 1.6, 1.7. Let's put in 1.7 in that. It's only if you really have like a 3-4 bedroom house, every room have AC and all these things, that you would want to run those ACs, that you would get up to that. So 1.7 million in loan for your solar loan for 10 years at 5% interest rate. You only pay 18,000 per month. Sound like it less than your light bill, Tonya.
Well, yeah, it's about that light bill is.
But once you stop paying, but this is 10 years. Move it to 5 years. Let me see what that is. What that look like.
$32,000. Now it get a little sticky.
Now it get a little sticky. It's above your light bill money.
Oh, my light bill.
But it suits you to still push through with it because once you get the tax credit, although if you're below the threshold, there's no tax credit. That's the other thing. So those persons who are below the threshold of 1.5, and it's going to be moved to 1.7, I understand. You're below the threshold already. Tax credit not going to help you, right? Because you're not paying an income tax at all anyway. But for persons who are above that threshold, the tax credit would help.
So you're talking to the people who are buying their solar panels cash. These are not for the NHD people.
It is. You can be self-employed and paying taxes. It is for anybody who's paying taxes, whether you're self-employed or employed. You're going to get the tax credit, just that you're not getting cash.
So you can get your NHT solar loan plus get a tax credit.
Yes. That's how bad the government want to get them solar panel up on your roof. Them know something you don't know. So you better wake up and smell the coffee fast. Smith is asking, oh no, Cheryl. Does that include paying property tax? Would that be including the tax credit? No, Cheryl. You already have a tax credit with property tax in Jamaica because it is so dirt cheap. You get an automatic tax credit already. That's this so cheap. Nicole says, could their model design for palmetto so people don't build some unsightly structures? Nicole, that's a challenge that we have in these communities, right? But they can't build more than 2-story. The limit is 2-story. I will be doing some designs myself and offering it to persons if they want to do that design and build and be done with it. Yes, so we're gonna try, but I don't know how much we can hold people hand like that. Okay, that's why you give them big land, they want to go to town, they want mansion and castle. I have your last question, Tony, and then we have to jump off. Smith Life Journey, Part 2 at Smith Life Journey, Part 2. Example, how could you get a loan to fix something in a house you can't prove belongs to you? You can get a loan as long as you don't know you can use it in the house as collateral.
Wait, there must have been a question above that we missed.
Oh. What's the question?
I don't know. I'm trying to. Okay, good evening. I'm buying a piece of land, but I still need a balance to build on the house. Okay, that was Smith's question. I pay out of pocket. Someone was asking, do you have a title? And Smith says, no, I don't have a title as yet. So the land that you're buying, Smith, is it gonna have a title when you finish pay for it?
I'm seeing a piece of a question. I'm thinking you need a legal something, but I'm not seeing all the question.
That is, I think, is in relation to Smith's question.
Okay.
Right. I think Esther was asking, do you have a title? And Smith said no. And then Esther saying you need some form of legal representation.
But if you're buying a new subdivision, Smith, you should get a title at when they're ready to close. So when they're asking for the final money, the title should be ready. So as long as the title not ready, you don't pay for the final money, basically. So to get money to borrow to fix something in a house that it don't belong to you, you'd have to borrow that money as a short-term loan so that the lender is not asking for any collateral. Or you would have to get the owner to agree to sign for you to get the loan and put it on their titles because they will have to put a lien on the title. But why? Under what circumstances would you fix a house that don't belong to you? Trying to figure it out.
Maybe you buy it on a title, you can't get a loan. Maybe you buy it on a common law title.
Oh, if you buy it on a common law title, yes. So if you buy it on a common law title, you would need to get that regularized. Because without the title, you can't get any loan. Tricky. The banks will give you up to $5 million in Jamaica unsecured. But that interest rate is sitting somewhere like 18%. And you have 5 years to repay that. So what does that loan look like? $5 million. All right. All right, guys, 4:35. We have to end. Move on to another thing that we need to get doing. Thank you so much, everybody, for being on live today. And I'll see you next week.
Bye,
Bye.
everyone.
Bye.